what the Platinum Boys have to do with Nonz. Okay, so Nonz is a very, very intricate series. And Alberto is literally a very prominent figure, literally in Fremont and in my life. So the story of Alberto is pretty, self-explanatory and definite because what he is he's a very good rapper that does his research, and he's a rapper that is revolving around working out, like Fat Joe, Pitbull. I think he was on Wild 'N Out and got kicked out because he was too funny. And I know how I personally counter that, but I just, wouldn't, because I know what our producer does. The producer criticizes you on the me versus Sabo shit, saying that you're not emotional enough, saying that, you need to put more emphasis on your punchlines. And, what Alberto does is he does his research of why that's faggot shit. He's saying that literally he has his attitude like they heard it the first time, and the reason why there's so much prominent figures in Nonz. So in 2021, I think Mike was his name. He's a big white guy, literally. That bitch is 300, literally, wear a square head like Stewie Griffin. So his name could be Mike, but he's obviously a part of Platinum, and literally, Platinum Boys are, just people who work out and practice hip-hop. So, there's this running gag, literally, that I have in my head of Alberto literally cracking an egg and talking shit to Mike. And we could all say that's far from imaginary. But the thing is, in Nonz, when it comes to, advertising and scripting, is, Alberto plays a critical role because I just made him a Phantom Boy. Now he's obviously, handsome, obviously sexy. What I do is, I tell him to advertise a sex appeal instead of letting it go to a gang. And so, what he is he calls out female nature. So where it comes to literally, gorillaing, remember, Alberto and his team is the one who did it first, and that's why, I respect him. Now they were just cunning, literally. There wasn't literally a scheme, literally, to fucking get him out of trouble, but they were still, very respectable. And where it comes to rap, they practice rap over and over and over again. So in other words, they work out so much to a point where it's composer. Where it comes to Nonz, I felt like it's heavy. Now, there's a secret sequence on Cartoon Network. I think that the guy from Batman Beyond was actually based off me and Alberto. And what makes me think that is the eyes of Terry McGinnis, and, Alberto's haircut. And he's in his mid-30s. And there's a secret that he could have got at Sydney. He's a very good Platinum Boy. There's Daniel, there's Antonio, there's Alberto, and there's Mike. And there's this one guy who looks like Android 17 who sings. Where it comes to Nonz heavy, I was, doing a whole lot of videos for the Platinum Boys. So what would happen is, our brother would leave me a doobie, then he'll watch my video. He watched literally side by side. So just imagine, Dabo, Bobby Lod, literally Alberto. People are trying to say this shit isn't confirmed, where they're all talking about Rivulet. And that's the shit that kept me secure, was the poppin' propaganda. So when it comes to literally confirming, Nonz, literally a whole bunch of people blasting each other to outer space, how could you not be spied on by Platinum? Errors, that's a little biased, much. So what I do on the reality show is I fuck with him with Yessie. And it was fucking amazing. 2021 was such an amazing year. So what happens is Alberto's style is intricate, literally, it's very straight to the point, and he really expresses and goes into detail about champagne and vodka, and he's a really good Platinum Boy and a really good rapper. And what happens over time literally is the crew breaks up, but they're always be remembered. And that's a secret that I keep from Funimation, a secret that I keep from GOM. They're a little bit more disabled due to having a gang lure him into a territory to a point where they would get kicked out of a location on purpose instead of try weed their way out with change. So they're very about that. But there's also a blood meeting that convinces them that nothing is everything. It doesn't really matter what you do. There's a government, there's conspiracy theories, and it discourages them from going hard or ever putting it on an actual label. But they probably have a label of their own, literally, based off how hard they worked. And where it comes to Nonz, what Alberto does is he suits the ambient feel of, the early days of Teen Titans and, Raven. And, the best thing about the Stangelica project, as I was working on each and every Nonz project, he thought about, literally how, Aquarius is connected to the stars, literally how we're all made of certain amounts of dopamine, sand, and grain and gradient. I learned about gradient in high school. Literally, gradient is a color scheme that fades, like pink going all the way into brown. So as he was watching the non-specials and I was making the non-specials, what he was noticing literally was how on point I was, not only to the Platinum Boys but the continuity. So I made a couple of videos about them working out. So if you go watch Road Tins, I think, about it, literally it's a anime about a lesbian bitch with big titties, literally, and there's a whole lot of kung fu. So anything like Air Master, anything like To Girl, Yu Yu Hakusho, is a big representation of the Platinum Boys. And where it comes to understanding Alberto Nonz the Funimation, what I do is I recognize that he plays a critical role. So what I do is I have 3 roles for him. I have the regular Alberto, which is the inspiration for Batman Beyond on my channel, and literally there's Ace Bunny, who's based off the Lunatics Unleashed. There's the Phantom Boys, and there's also the big project, the whole main of the video, the piece of resistance I was waiting for is the Spartan, movie where it comes in Nonz times 2, where Arturo is finally Artemis, and he's covered in tattoos, and it's based off that one episode of Samurai Jack. And the Spartan movie for Nonz, literally, and Alberto's addiction for working out goes hand in hand. So where it comes to my knowledge of the company and my knowledge of literally how they advertise Alberto, I know he's eventually going to be this character. I know he has to work hard to be Ace Bunny, just like I have to recognize that I'm getting zapped. So in the movie Bayside, I'm making sure that Nokia fights Zap to make sure that I'm a higher edge in the company. And in order to do that, you have to recognize that Zap is extremely powerful and crazy to critique. So to have a character like Nokia own him, especially in physical strength, is really, really, really incredible, and it's detrimental if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm advanced where it comes to things like Taekwondo, hands-on judo, jujitsu, but it matters if I go all out and do my 100 like Saitama. So yeah, that's all about me, Alberto, and Nonz.